dia punya hint tu akan bagi actually what you should write there. Pasal ada bunyi tadi. Okay, Adrina Huda, welcome Adrina Huda. Okay, I hope you will continue our class today. So we are in paper 1, paper 2, part 1. Okay, and we're gonna write a summary on how to answer question 1. Actually, untuk paper 2, the way that you need to answer the question is with you. Actually, it's your idea. Your idea will make a mark for you. Okay, so anything that you will write, it consider as a mark. Consider as the point that you were giving, and we will do corrections, or we will follow your answer on. Okay, so any corrections or maybe any grammatical mistakes, so if we find in the questions, then we will deduct your mark. Okay, so just a quick review, and if let's say I do like this for previous class, for the batch, for your previous batch, so my style is I will let the students do first, and then we will discuss the answer. But nowadays it's really difficult for me to communicate with you because you guys are not face to face, and we are doing an online classes, so we cannot focus on each and every person's, everyone in the same line. So the only way is you should voice out first, so I can support you if needed. Okay, so if let's say you want to develop your skills, your grammar, and the way of the understanding levels, you should willing to give your answer to me, and willing to share your answer, not only to me, to the entire class. Even though you feel like you have something missed in the you have something missed in the text or anything else. But if you're willing to share, then you can help yourself. If you're not willing to share, that means you will not help yourself to develop. Okay, actually English is not as what we call as, it's not as easy as you communicate with your friends or with your families in your house, because a spoken English or the spoken language is really difficult. Okay, it is not the same when we translate to the paper. Okay, we have the various things to do. Okay, so many things. Okay, it is not as simple as that. Okay, so I don't want to waste my time, and I just want to go through and continue my point. So first of all, the idea. Okay, you should donate your idea first. Okay, find the idea, how you want to settle the problems. Actually, here already have the questions there. First of all, I'm having a problem. So in your email, you should advise, or you can give suggestion to them, or you can cheer up the message. So don't get worried about yourself. There is a way to reduce your body weight, and there is a way to overcome your problems. So such as then you can start your main point, because the main idea from this question is how find the way to reduce your body weight, because you continuously put on your weight. Why you put on your weight? Because you are at home alone, or you are at home, you cannot go outside, and when you cannot go outside, that means you are lack of exercise to your body. So you need to spend more times on indoor, that means in your house, rather than go outside. So find the way to uh, answer these questions. Okay, in my point of view, I can say that, okay, the first step, you want to write an email, you should start with the to who you send the email. Okay, so here is hi Rishi. Hi Rishi means your name is considered as Rishi, not the sender name and not the receiver name. So you are Rishi. Okay, so you should write your email to Colleen. Okay, so be careful, read the questions careful, where to whom you should write an email. Here you need to write to Colleen. If you, let's say you put it here Rishi, then everything out. We cannot give you mark because you are Rishi and then you write your email to yourself. Then what for? Only we can give a what do you call that, 1 mark or 2 or only 5 marks like minimum. If you do like that, like say mistakenly you put Colin, you put Rishi name here, okay, rather than you put Colin. Okay, so here start with to Colin, but this is an email form, so you should write Colin. Okay, you can write Colin 67, okay, at gmail.com. Okay, must be in small letter, cannot be in capital letter, because mostly email they will stand with capital letter. Okay, after that, your subject. Okay, so your subject, what is your subject? Okay, create your subject. You already get your subject, so you can say that you know that Colin is continuously put on the weight, so you can say that you can put here like this: be free. Be free. Okay, be free means leave it. Okay, or leave it on the floor. Okay, everything will be fine, but it takes some time. Okay, you can say be free. Ataupun satu lagi you boleh letak dekat sini. Okay, you can say not mess. Do not mess. Ataupun kamu boleh letak dekat sini mess. Ataupun kamu dekat sini don't overthink. Okay, so either one you can choose here. Okay, first of all you can say be free, or you can put do not mess, or you can say don't overthink. Okay, so it actually depends on you. Okay, everything you must write, everything that you wrote here, that means must be related to the content. If not related, that means no need, that it will be no point of you writing an email to the colleague. So start with what? Actually you start with a like a greet them. Okay, you can say that you must greet first. Okay, first of all you must greet like this. Okay, hi Colleen. Start just with hi Colleen. Some person they will like to put dear Colleen. It's up to you. Which way you want to write, this depends on you lah. But it should be something you should greet the persons. If you not greet the persons, that means you are out of the format. Okay, greet the persons. How's the way that you need to greet the persons? You must, first of all, you must know how to write and complete email. You must go through the complete email, read out the complete emails, then only you can move to the questions. So first of all thing, just greet them. Hi or dear Colleen is enough, and must be, don't forget to put your comma. Okay? Please don't forget to put your comma. After comma, then you can start your normal conversations. Okay, which you can start from here. I think you can start here. Okay. So I can see that okay, it is good to hear. It's good to hear from you. Okay. So it I feel okay. It is okay. So most I take it this way. Most or tarik. Okay, it is most unfortunate that we can say you are experiencing can say experiencing um, this issue. This weight issue. Okay. When you say this weight issue, you cannot put X because issue is a singular. And you put this refer to singular. So if you put issues, that means it turns to plural. So you have only one issue here, not two issues. So this must be different. This is a countable thing. So you must know that. Okay. Okay, then we can say that, okay, however, you can say you are not the only one going going through this. Many of my classmates are also uh, dealing with this weight issue. Okay, so here you can see that many of my classmates, if let's say many, you must put S because many means more than one. So many of my classmates are, that's why here that you should put are. If you put is, that means wrong because many of classmates means more than one persons. If let's say it's more than one persons, you should put are instead of is. So be careful on your grammar. Okay, sometimes we accidentally put is, but the correct answer was the correct answer is are because are is plural. Okay. Okay. Then you can say okay. Primarily, okay. I said I would okay. So advise you to start moving on a daily basis. Okay. First thing you need to start exercising, exercising. So let's say it. I think uh, walking. Okay? Walking is the exercise because you are at home and cannot go outside. So walking is the best exercise. Okay, if you uh, can't okay, okay, walk around your room you can say 10 times, and then increase the round, listening to your favorite, okay, listening to your favorite songs while walking will help. Okay. Start, start today. Okay. After this, you can increase to other re more rigorous exercise activities online. Okay, and then hope helps. Okay, and give a finishing. Bye for now. Okay, lastly, letak je Rishi because we must know who's the sender. Okay, okay. So from here, actually, we try and manage to get a good summary. I think so. Okay. It is a good to hear from you. It is most unfortunate that you are experiencing the weight issue. Okay. However, you are not the only one going through this. Many of my classmates, okay, many of my classmates are also dealing with this weighty issue. Primary, I will advise you to start moving on a daily basis. Start exercising. I think that walking and then walking is the best exercise if you can't effort the time. Walk around your room 10 times and then increase the rounds. Okay. Listening to your favorite songs while walking will help. Start today. After this, you can increase to other more rigorous activity. Okay. You can find out online. Hope it helps. Bye for now. And Rishi. Why you find like it is really short? Okay, and no elaborations. Mostly in summary, we don't need to elaborate more on the point because we want to just to know from you is only summary, not the elaborations of the point. So we want to straight over to the point. So just your main role is just to write the point. Okay, do not elaborate the points. If you want to elaborate the point, this is not the platform. Actually, this is not the right questions for you to elaborate your point. If you want to elaborate more on your points, go and do for the essay. Do it on the essay. If let's say you cannot do it in your essay, try to do in, but they have no choice, only essay, because we also take concerns about the words that you produce when you start to elaborate the point. But what happens, it tends to increase. When it increase, you cannot move to next point, and you will stop at certain level, and then you say bye for now, and then you can lose your mark because of lack of point in your summary. Okay, so I think so summary took around, it summary cost around 10 marks. 20, sorry, 20 marks. So please try to manage yourself to get 15 if possible to score A, or please 10, above 10. Do not below, do not put yourself below 10, because it's really bad if you put yourself below 10, because it's really straightforward questions and you don't need to think more, just a little bit. Okay? It is not a calculations, and it is not science theory that you need to remember, then only you can answer. No, it is actually a general informations. Okay, general information. The way that you can reduce your reduce your weight is just one thing. We must know that weight is categorized into two. One is saturated, another one is unsaturated fat. If it is saturated fat, it is really harmful to your body because it stay solid at the melting point. When it comes to the unsaturated fat, it is a it stay liquid in the room temperature. That means it's easily to burn rather than when you compare with the solid fat, it's difficult to burn. That's why you should exercise more to burn your calorie, because every day you consume your calorie. How you consume a calorie, you eat. Every food consists calorific value. So how much you take per meals, it depends on yourself. If let's say you take heavy meals, it costs high calories. Okay, if you take a moderate meals, then it costs a moderate calorie. If you take the low means in a small quantity of meals, then it we consider small calorific value. But the end of the thing is, if you put on weight, that means you need to burn your calorie more compared with the normal, because calorific value is the only way that you can know that how you what is the value of food you consume. Okay, per unit joule means energy. Okay, of course, yes, if you want to get more energy, you should eat more, but eat healthy will keep yourself fit. If you eat more but you not consider an healthy food, then you become, it tends to get obesity or some other diseases related to this habit. Okay. Okay, so after this, so when you've done part one, you need to move on to part two. Part two is just a small upgradations from part one, because your word is 80. When you comes to part two, your words develop to 150, increased by maybe around 60, 70. But still in the consider, you should be very careful when you want to deal with these questions. But normally on part two, I will not go through with you because it's really a long subject. Actually can, but if you cooperate, but most of you will not cooperate with me, and I just will discuss the point only. But this times I want to hear some things from you, but I don't know, are you willing to share your idea to me? Okay, so for this part, and we know that you and your friends have been discussing the issues of litterings among teenagers, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay about it. In your essay, write about what is littering is. Littering means we throwing rubbish to the outsides without put in the dustbin or throw in the dustbin. That means you just throw your tissue paper everywhere. It means we are not concerned about the cleanness, okay, cleanness of the environment. The problem littering creates, why we it creates, because maybe you can say that less amount of dustbin provide at the outside, okay, because of that. But nowadays, most of the DBKLs or DBKL, maybe Dewan Bandaraya, or most of the developments hall, they increase the numbers of dustbins outside. So it really advisable from the minister, so that we can throw the rubbish, can reduce the amount of rubbish, okay, and create a responsibility communities among others, okay. So the third way is ways to curb. Curb means membantras, something like that. Curb means overcome littering. How we can cope lah, cope atau curb or litterings. So we can launch a awareness campaign. So we can increase the number of dustbins. We can reduce the. You can say that maybe you can say that the number of dustbins. There's one way that we can reduce the way that we can find, because that's the way to curb the littering. Or you can say that um, uh, increase the fine amount. If you put litterings on the certain area, for example, KINIA, which is we can say that tourism area, or like importance area, for example, KLCC, KLIA international airports, you cannot simply throw the rubbish. When the securities officers catch you, then he will fine you. Actually, you cannot smoke at the mall, or you cannot smoke at the you cannot smoke at every area in the mall or in the airport or something else. You must go for look for the smoking area, then only you can smoke actually. So that is a way that we can reduce the amount of littering among the peoples. Because if let's say if you smoke, okay, and then you will put the cigarette and you will throw the cigarettes simply to the outsides, then what happens is it accumulates. When it accumulates, and it tends to become a dump of rubbish, and it turns to a dump of rubbish, then here comes some. It is food for the mosquitoes. Actually, we donate some disease to the environment. Easily can get dengue, okay, malaria, and so on. It's related, okay. So these are the ways. So actually, even though you have many ideas regarding the topics, but you must limit your word. You cannot continue your work until you feel what do you call it? Until you feel like, okay, I'm done. It should be. It cannot be like that. You must follow the words, the range of the word. They said within 125 to 150. So follow the range of the word. Okay, so 150 is just around 5 paragraph or 4 paragraph with the smallest sentences. Okay, so each paragraph you can put around 3 sentences. 3 lines is enough. Don't go for 4 or 5 lines. It will definitely cost you actually. Okay, because in English we don't encourage students to write more on one point, because we want to avoid major grammar issues from you. Because we can see that if you write more, what happens? If you write more, then you will face more consequences on your writing. Because writing It's not simple as you talk with someone. Even you talk with someone, you can use the broken language. You can mix the language, Bahasa language, in Tamil language, Punjab language, every language you can mix up, and then you can talk. But when it comes to the writing, it's totally different. Must be very polite, okay, and must be it has its own rules and regulations. Follow it. And if you tend to write more and more without notice your grammar, then it's no point, because even though you have a good and strong point, but you are strictly weak on your grammar, then it's no point if you want to write a long paragraph or long sentences. Okay, so bear in your mind and beware. Okay, on how to control your words and give more. You must give a perfect and accurate point enough. Don't need more elaborations on that. If you want to elaborate more, pursue to part 3, then you can elaborate more, because the word range is increased, and then they give you 200 to 250. So you can write as much as you want, but within the limit. It also have limits. Do not exceed 250. But mostly the teachers, they will know this paragraph is exceed or not. Mostly they will not count. But if a strict examiner, they will count your words, and then they will put like this. We call as palang in Bahasa. If they put like this, that means they only consider your points until these sentences or this word. After this, they won't read, because wasting your time, wasting their time. Because from here to here, we will not consider marks for you, because we can only consider the mark until the clock. Okay, so bear in your mind. Okay, so I hope this summary, okay, examples of summary will help you more. Okay, and you must write in your books or in your notes. Okay, have you done writing or copying your summary answer?
Not yet.
Dan, Adrina sudah.
Belum.
Baru
Sikit
tengah
lagi.
sikit lagi.
Ah,
Okey, yang lain tengah salin ke tak salin tu? Kalish? Oh,
Ah,
sudah salin?
ada.
Dah, Wali? Wali dah, Wali. Wali Akil eh? Dah, Akil. Wali Akil. Nama dah gempak. Oh, belum? Aduh, Wali ni. Cepat, cepat, cepat. Cikgu bagi masa ni. Cikgu bagi dalam 5 minit lah. 5 minit cepat. Apa benda yang korang buat ni guys? Salin lah lain kali. Okay. So 9, we move to next part lah. Next part ni saya ceritakan sikit pasal dia punya point, but I will love to hear from you guys actually. Okay. So I want you guys
teacher
to
buat review lah teacher, sebab saya tak faham review.
review apa?
Yang part 3 tu. Kan ada 3 soalan tu kan.
Oh,
Salah
okay.
satu je review kan. So
Actually it is good. Siapa Adrina bagus tanya. Okay. Good to hear from you actually, so I can explain to you no problems and no worries about it. Okay. Others semua faham Others ni pandai Okay. That part I will move. I will definitely will explain to you, Adrina. Don't worry. And we move to part 2 first, and then we comes to part 3. Okay. I think part 2 is not so much, but I give you times to copy the text from my screen, and then we continue the next part. And thanks to you guys that you can still give me some feedback, because I don't want to keep this class very boring, because you guys not talk and do not communicate each another, so it's really difficult for me to pursue more on this topic. It tends to like, oh, it's very sleepy, something like that. Okay, but actually thanks for your feedback. Okay, so continue copying. I will start back at 9. Others dah copy dah. Yang Wali saya tahu belum. Yang 2 orang lagi dah kan.
Teacher, I'm done.
Okay, others. Okay, so I move to next part. Kadang-kadang saya check, saya tak nampak sangat. Kalau korang check, saya tak nampak. Dah eh. Tengok Wali ni yang kali bercakap lah sikit bang. Jangan kata mic rosak. Handphone tu sekarang orang dah develop. Jarang orang rosakkan mic ya. Sedangkan orang rosak sendiri ya. Itu memang tak boleh buat apa lah. Okay. Okay, we continue on part 2. Part 2 I think discussions already. Nah, we want to move to the end of the discussion actually. Okay, but as for the conclusions, we can say that start your paragraph, start your essay with introductions, end with your conclusions, include 3 points. Okay, include 3 points. Do not make elaboration so long because it will affect your words. Okay, so just make it short and sweet is enough. Okay, just 20 marks. It's not 100 marks, it's just 20 marks. Beware. Okay, and do and make it simple and really understand, which is when I read, so I can really easy for me to understand your idea actually. Okay, make it in that way so we can you can actually score a good mark if you put it on that way. I'm not advise my students to write using a bombastic word. No need, because when you use to write bombastic words, what happens? You will not focus on the grammar. Okay, you just want to focus on the bombastic word. So your target is, I just want to use one word is enough. But even though it is not relevant to your sentences, but you try to fit it up to the sentences that you write. What happens? It's changed the meaning of the sentences. So no point. Okay, so make it simple, clear. Okay, really simple. When you read, we can understand the things. That's enough. Okay, but if really you have a good bombastic word and it's really like you think like it's relevance that we can put in that sentences, and go ahead, no problems. But if you're not if you're not sure on your word, do not put it, because it can have different meaning. Because one word have multiple meaning. One word has multiple meaning. Okay, see, one word we call as one singular. One word, no s there, one word has, still I use has multiple meanings. That means S means plural. See, the way that we communicates also different. See, one word to you, one word has. Here I put has because singular. Okay, multiple meanings. One word has multiple meanings. Meanings means more than one. I mean, this word is plural when it comes to, but these four words is singular. See, that's the how you want to make a close check on your sentences. This is also considered as a grammar. Okay, because it just says one. It's not only, if you cannot say it's not too long the sentence, but it's really a short and direct sentences, but it gives you 2 or 3 meaning there. Okay, use multiple way construct the sentences. Okay, that's why I'm advise you to do not elaborate more and do not make your sentences long. Okay, to avoid some silly mistakes. Okay, okay. So part 2, actually I leave it to you because I don't want to do it by in this class because it takes too long. We cannot discuss furthermore on the part 3. So I just leave it to you. If you have your own concerns about yourself and your concerns about your grammar and your concerns about your understanding levels, if you're willing to write essay and send it to me to, so the way that I can check your work, it's fine. Really, if you really want to do that, you can do. Okay, I will do for you. I will help you to check your essay. Okay, so you can directly PM to me. Then you can say that, sir, I'm already done this part. So can you please check for me? Okay, so I will check for you. No problems. But if you don't want to do that, then it's up to you. It totally depends on you. Okay, so let's see. Is there any students willing to do that? Okay, and they take the challenge. They a challenge and then try to write an essay. And then they ask me. Those days, one students have do the same things. She wrote an essay, and then she posts to me, and she share his writing to me, and then I check and then pass to go back. And also I give some comment to her that please change this, please change that. So the way that she can learn the mistakes. Okay, everyone will learn from the mistakes. If you cannot learn from the mistakes, then you will definitely consider as a wrong. Okay, everyone. Okay, so we move to part 3. Okay, so part 3, read the question first. Write an answer to one of the 3 to 5 questions. In this part, you write your answer in 200 to 250 words in an appropriate style on his question. Put the question number in the box at the top of the answer space. This is you need to do that lah. Okay, what you should do, just put the question number, which question number you picked. Okay, so we'll go and discuss these 3 questions. First question 3. You came across this notice on your school's bulletin board. Bulletin board is like a information board. Mostly you must have in your school. Okay, if you not notice, normally these bulletin boards will appears in, normally in the teachers table. Okay, we have teachers room, right? Bilik guru. At the front, at the entrance of the teacher's place, they will put it a bulletin board. So any updates regarding the tentative, any programs they want to launch on next month or this month, they will put it on the bulletin board. So it actually the information's board for all the persons, not only for the students, but as well as for the teachers and for the um, assistants or library assistants or everyone. So you should always be alert, okay, and get informations. But I don't think so nowadays they share on through the WhatsApp app, because we don't allow students to take to bring the handphones to school. So maybe still they will use the normal way lah, which is called, which is put it paste it any notice or any informations, any tentative still, okay, on the bulletin board. Okay, so ebook, boon or ban, apa ni, boon or ban, okay, ban, okay. What are ebook? See, what are, dia tak guna what is, because plural, ebooks. Okay, why are they popular? And what are the advantages and disadvantages? That means you must give more than one advantage and disadvantage. It is really a solid point you can give for these questions actually, because ebook is something you don't, though nowadays all students know what is e stands for. What e is something like you can find it on online, okay, which is not by hardware copy. It is, but it is software. Okay, so if you want to access to the ebook, you must have the internet, you must have laptops, PC, tablets, or iPads, but you must use the aid of gadgets so you can access the ebook. So what are ebooks? So in your first paragraph, actually you must do introductions, which is really a good introduction. For example, you can say that in today's world, okay, everyone will definitely um, beware of internet, okay, and even though a small kid also nowadays, they have handphone for their own use, okay. So you can start something like an informative content. Okay? Some student asked with me, so how to write a power pack informative content in my first paragraph. So my reply is, and my advice to the student is, if you want to write an informative content in your first paragraph, that means in your introductions, the first thing is you should have really great general knowledge about certain things. Actually, you must have a good general knowledge regarding the topic. Okay, from where I can get the general knowledge? It is from your newspaper, from your magazines, or from your teachers, or from your parents, or from your friends. Okay, actually, general knowledge is everywhere. Okay, general knowledge is one. We say like general knowledge as is plural. Okay, because it is like a common sense. Okay, or something else. What really happened in today's world? So that's we call as the general knowledge. For example, who is your prime minister? That's general knowledge. Okay, Or you can say who's the USA presidents. You can say that that's your general knowledge actually. So you actually beware of what's happening in the outside of the world, and then you try to mix, match, and merge in your and put it on your writing. So that we consider that we call as a general knowledge. Okay. So you must start with that point for your paragraph, introductions paragraph, and then when it comes to the main point, so what is ebook? So you can explain. You just consider the reader or the examiner as he don't know what is ebook. For example, I'm also don't know what is ebook. So you explain to me what is ebook. The way that you explain me, so is it just the two things I just want to review with you. Either I understand or not understand. If I understand, that means what is your point and what is your ideas. I received. I've received, and I've. That's the way that I received that your idea. Okay. When it comes to, if let's say I don't understand what you are writing about the ebook, that means in that way you have failed to explain me what is ebook. Okay, because I don't know what is ebook. You just consider me. I don't know what is ebook. Okay, I'm dumb. I don't know anything about ebook. So you just explain me what is actually ebook was. So you said, ebook is a ebooks is a platform of information. So actually, so you can find anything in on the ebooks. So the way that they introduce the ebook is to reduce the students. I mean, you can say that nowadays students are really suffered to carry uh, a heavy weight bag. Okay, because in one day we should carry 2 or 3 books, textbook, just so weight, and then so we the ministry, the education ministry have taken a step ahead, and he wants to reduce the students' burdens on carrying out their school books. So we introduce ebook, so in the way that students can access everywhere, even though they do not bring the book along with them. So actually there is pro and cons with ebook actually. Okay. So kalau saya katakan e-books punya pro and cons means advantage and disadvantage. Itu dah nombor 3 dalam 3 saya cerita. But you can write in that way lah. So number 2 tu, why are they popular? Kenapa they popular? Because they are easy to access. Easy, really easy to access. Nowadays all of us have internet. Mobile data. Mobile data considered as internet. It's really cheap. So we have to buy the mobile data so we can access. The second thing is we can bring it the way we can access the ebook everywhere. Even though we forgot to bring the book to the class, still we can join the lessons via ebook because because it is simple. Okay. And number 3, what are the advantage and disadvantage? When it comes to advantage is easy to access. Okay, lightweight. Not we can say weightless things. Because things we cannot imagine where is the things. Actually, where is the things? Mana? We cannot imagine where is the things. Okay, just you can say that. Okay, the book is now the hardware turns to software. The software is inside the PC. But the way that we can read the book is we should access first to the internet, and then we can read the topics or the content. So that okay. Okay. So what is the disadvantage of ebook? First of thing, we cannot write additional notes. You cannot write additional notes on the ebook. Okay. Okay. Actually, you can, but it is like it is not similar as you as you hold your pencil or you hold your pens and you write on the paper. Okay, that means from here you lack of you maybe you can say that I'm lack of focus on the when I use ebook. Second thing, you can say that I do not feel that I'm joining the class, like I'm lack of focus. Okay. Third thing, you can say that my eyes can affect my eyes because when I look at the screens, I cannot look for the long times, okay, because it tends to it tends to what call that it can harms my eye. Okay, so because some people some students cannot look at the screen for a long time. Why? Because the light from the screens, when the IDs absorb the light, and when it comes for a longer durations, what happens, it tends to like we feel like unpleasant, like something like want to faint off, or something like we feel like cannot close our eyes. So that's the way. That's why we cannot look at this laptop screen for a long time. Okay, so that's why. So that's we consider as disadvantages lah. Okay. So other than that, boleh tak kamu share what is the disadvantage of ebook? Any others? Boleh share? Okay, done. Any points from you guys? Ada points daripada kamu? Diam je. Terus Adrina udah keluar dari kelas. Any points from you?
Easy to find.
What? Easy?
Easy to find.
Yeah, easy to access, right?
Access.
So easy to access to the notes. Any other Kailesh ke apa nama dia? Any other? Okay. So actually, what I understand is the idea should become when you start to write the topics, then it will glow in your mind. Oh yeah, these things. Oh yeah, that's things. So I want to write this. Okay. The idea is it may evolve or develop when you start to write. Okay. But in verbally, we cannot determine so much. Okay. And so the best article will be published in the school newsletter. So actually, you can write this. Okay. This is the way that we can encourage students to write more about an article. Actually. Okay. Okay. When we move to question 4. Okay. Now we move to question 4. Question 4 is best Western restaurant. Okay. Best Western restaurant. Okay. So everyone loves Western food. So which is the best? So send us your review. Why do you think it is best? Will you recommend it? Why? So this is actually totally from you. If you say yes, justify your answer. how the way you want to justify your answer. Western food is something like it is not really a healthy food. Western is normally like oily. For example, French fry, chicken chop. That's one all Western. But some of the Western food still considered as okay lah, bukan saya kata healthy, but okay. For example, yong tau fu ataupun something like chili apa entah kan. Normally, because nowadays so many foods outside there. Even though we don't know what is the name, they name it differently. Okay, so some of Western food, yes, we consider as can say as not healthy, but say can eat lah. Okay, but mostly if let's say myself, I'm not support Western restaurant because one thing, the price is really expensive. This is very expensive. Second thing, is not fulfill your what do you call that, your stomach, not fulfill your stomach actually. If you want to eat, for like myself, I don't like to eat heavy. I just consider light food is enough for me at night. But for me, that's okay. But how about for other persons? And it's not suitable for uh, uh, the persons who need to take medicines. For example, our parents, which is because normally our parents have sugar, diabetic persons. It is really not suitable for diabetic persons to take Western food at night because it is actually not fulfill your hungerness. You're hungry because you are angry. You want to eat food, but the food you eat, you consider as a high quantity. But when you eat, you feel like still you hungry because it's not fulfill your stomach, not totally fulfill your stomach. Okay, some more it's expensive. If you want to add on something, then you should pay extra. So it's not worth. But once in a while can. But if you took as meals for your dinner, for active men, for adolescents, for teenagers like you can learn. But for adult, for all age is not suitable, really not suitable. Okay. And will you recommend it? This is will be your last paragraph. Will you recommend it? So it will be your last paragraph. Ada kamu recommend ataupun tidak? If we say yes, I will recommend, kamu kena bagi yang positive view lah. Okay, if you give your positive review, then it's considered as a okay, you support Western food. Okay, then you should know. Actually, you should know about 10 to 20% see now. Okay, because yeah, we not a chef, we just a student. So at least we know 10% or 20% enough. Okay, but who's foodie from here? They will know. Okay, actually, foodie is not a good habit. You must beware of that. Nowadays, people say that I'm foodie. You cannot. Foodie is not a good habit. Okay, it tends to spoil your body, means your health. Okay, easily can get obesity. Okay, you must know that obesity is something like what happens. Your body is become big, and your BMI is not stable, and easily to get heart attack. Your vessels, your blood circulations get clogged, and it blocked with your fat. So many issues if your body is obese. So and your stomach become big, you have tummy stomach. So if you not tend to reduce your weight in certain times, then actually it's really hard for you to reduce your weight in for a certain age, around 30 to 40, really challenging for you. Okay, so that's why we cannot eat so much. Yes, we must know that everything is delicious to eat. Okay, it's addicted. Okay, everything addicted nowadays. That's the way of marketing. That's the way they promote the food. But you must know that every sweetness or every foods, you said every meals that satisfy you calculates the value of harmful things inside the food. For example, some of you love to eat chicken burger, double cheese chicken burger, Okay, if you know that double cheese chicken burger is it's we call as high value food, and it really fat. Okay, we say the pyramid class burger is fat, considered as fat. So we consume the food. That means it is you consume it, although you just eat one, but the portion is these big portions. What happens? Your body is like really it take times to digest the food. Okay, and then you go sleep early. What happens? Then you will not complete your digestion. Then you can face many consequences for that. Okay, so these things all you know nowadays. More than your phone and every chat every day. You're scrolling your FB every day. You're scrolling up your IG. So these things always there. So it's a fear. You concerns about the things. Yeah, and you should know that. Okay, you should know that. Okay, so if let's say for me, your recent you saw this notice. So for my review, I can say that I will not support Western food. Okay, and if you support the Western food, then you can say yes, mostly Western food. I support the Western food because it's really delicious to eat. Okay, we have so much variety, so we can taste different cultures' food, different cuisines food. Everything's depends on your answer. If you select positive, if you wish to do positive review, then you go ahead. If you wish to do negative review, go ahead. But at the end, there must be the words or the paragraph that must be justify your content. If not justify, that means no point. Okay, and you should do the justifications at the end of your paragraph. Okay. So, any questions for uh, short review on questions? For any feedback or questions from you guys, you can raise to me. Any questions on question 4 that you wish to ask me? Ada apa-apa soalan nak tanya tentang question 4? Semua diam ni rasa semua dah faham kot. Tak ada?
No.
No. Semua dah tahu Okay. So we move to last question 5. Your teacher has asked you to write a story for a school's English bulletin board. Sama je kan, English bulletin board. Information board lah. And then the story must have the title. So, an act of kindness. Your story should include a descriptions of the act of kindness. What happened in the end? And lesson learned from the act. Actually, it's really a interesting topic for those who really loves to write or love to create a story. Siapa pandai buat cerita kan, dia orang pandai lah ni, tapi dia bahasa English kan nowadays. So siapa nak, dia boleh cuba. Nak cuba? Cuba lah. Siapa nak, dia boleh cuba. Siapa tak nak kita ada cuba. Okay. So who wants to write? Then you can go for number 5, question number 5, which is it really need a good content to support your idea and support the word and act of kindness. Okay, if you're a good storyteller, please do this. And if you're really weak on this, do not choose this. Please don't do. Kalau you tak confident, jangan buat. Benda ni bukan senang. Kalau dia salah, memang habis semua. You must be very careful. Okay. So, kalau kamu tengok description dia, the act of kindness. So, apa yang kamu rasa dia tu baik sangat lah. Contoh masa dia punya story dia at the end tu dia tolong orang apa. At the end tu dia apa story kamu ceritalah sikit kan. You make a story about a thief that at the end the thief willing to go to the jail because of someone's fault. That's the act of kindness. Ataupun he used to be in like he used to make a nuisance to the public. At the end, he changed. Entire life was changed at the end, and now he tends to help some orphanage, tend to help the public by doing this. So one day he looked back at his and he looked back and think about his past things that happens to him. Then he said that you can say that my wisdom changed me, and now I'm an act of kindness to help everyone, something like that. Okay, so at the act of kindness ni actually you can letak dekat at the end of the story. Nice. Ataupun you letak dekat the beginning of the story, really nice. So you buat macam cerita dream story kan. Ada setengah-setengah student ni dia pandai buat cerita. Kita baca pun kita rasa seronok. Okay. Tapi kalau grammar banyak sangat tak seronok lah. Grammar sikit tu memang seronok. Okay, because you can say no limits drive yourself. Tapi limit dia on the word lah, tapi actually the idea is no limit. So unlimited idea. So you just pick it up and then match with the contents, give us perfect collaborations, done. Memang macam ni kena. Tapi kalau tak ada apa, zero content, memang out lah. Tak boleh buat apa. Okay. So that's the way that you should think first before you do something. Okay. Okay, so question 5. Yang itu yang kita kena actually you should beware on that. Okay. Nak buat question number 5 ni, first thing you should must be very careful on your word. Okay. Word dia tak cantik memang out. Okay. You must be very careful, but moreover play with your ideas, play with your grammar. Okay, and then at the end you can find some things. Okay, so apart from question 3, 4 and 5, okay, so let's say I'm asking you that which questions do you prefer to go part 1 in part 3, 4 or 5, so which one you will choose? Can you answer me in the chat box? Which one you will choose? Yang mana kamu akan choose actually? Lah ada beberapa orang saja.
Maybe 5.
Maybe what 5?
But
Okay,
I think 3 also good
okay, can you justify your answer? Why you choose 5?
because I know some story of sad story of kindness, but I'm not sure if sad story can be entered. So maybe
Actually,
never mind. I change my mind. I choose number 3. Number 3.
number 3. Okay, actually, number 3 is what?
It's about ebook.
Yeah, the ebook. Okay. Actually, if you say that you have the story, which is an act of kindness, but it's a sad story, right?
Yeah.
Even though it is a sad story, but once this word fits in your sentences, it considered as a good essay. Okay, it should be considered as a good essay if you put it this word in the correct sentences and in the correct way. That means even though it is a sad story, but it will be considered as a good essay. It doesn't matter you want to write a happy story or sad story, but the thing is, do you understand where you should put this word, actually these sentences in your essay? So I can say that if you put it on the correct way, that means you already justified the essay, and you already justified the contents, and you understand the questions, and you answer it well. Okay, but orang yang tulis apa soalan nombor 5 ni, orang yang menjawab soalan nombor 5 ni, actually dia kena ada ketabahan tinggi, a strong mindset. If you don't have a strong mindset, that means you cannot cope up with the story and you cannot bring the story until the end. You will face the problems at the middle of the story because you don't know how you want to make the story until the end. But actually, it is a good try if you try. Okay, really a challenge for you. Right? Okay, if you're a good storyteller, if you have really an open-minded and you're willing to think out of the box, then you can pursue for number 5. Okay, if you're not, just go for simplest one, which is review, or you can do for question 4. Question 4 is actually it is no correct answer for me. If you said yes, I will recommend it, that means you to justify your answer why you recommend it. You must give a positive review on the Western food. But if you say no, I will not recommend it, yes, you must give the negative review, that means disadvantages of Western food. So the way that you change the questions, it depends on you. If you put it this way, and then you must explain in this way. If you put it that way, you should explain that way. Depends on your explanations. Okay. So kalau soalan 3 review ni, agak-agak kamu nak tulis review apa bang?
Buku cerita lah. Saya cari kat Google, tengok macam ebook or band. When I look, it's like book story. So
Ebook.
I think
Ebook. Kamu tahu ke ebook ni apa?
ebook online book lah.
Online book lah. So
Tapi dia ada O-band kan. Saya tengok
power bank.
O-band. Dia ebook dengan O-band. Saya tengok kat Google, dia buku cerita. Ya, buku cerita ke dia tanya.
Actually you nak buat buku cerita tu boleh juga, tapi normally ebook ni kamu kena tahu lah, buku online lah kan.
Buku online.
Okay. So actually tak perlu tahu maksud yang sebenar pun, actually you boleh dah jawab soalan tu actually. Tak kisah pun. But the things is, either you will beri yang informations, then it should be okay lah. Okay. But for the number 4, kamu support Western ke ataupun you will not support Western food?
Maybe no, because my first time go there, the cost I look for one lobster No, it's crack. More like 100 ring.
Only one piece of
It's big,
grab.
it's big.
Yes, one piece of big grab consider 100 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, but you willing to eat the grab, but you don't know the price first. You eat first, then only you see the price lah.
Yeah.
So
Parents like
after that, you don't want to go to the shop.
after that, not me, but my parents.
Ah,
Yeah, not me. Not me suggest it.
oh. So how's the taste? Okay.
Good.
Oh, good. It is because worth for the money lah. Okay. Takkanlah RM10 you nak quality macam 100 tak boleh lah kan. Yeah. So actually thanks for your feedback. How about Vishnudran ni tak ada tak bercakap hari ni. Dia punya kawan you ke? Tak ada?
Kawan saya tak datang. Tak tahu kenapa.
Kawan you siapa?
Nama dia Abdul Qayyum.
Oh, dia dah lama tak ada kot. Saya tengok pun, saya pun dah lupa dah nama form 4 student ni. Kadang ada, kadang tak ada. Tak konsisten.
Dia masuk, dia bukan bercakap pun. Kalau sir panggil kan, dia tak jawab pun. Diam lah.
Oh,
dia
that's
tidur. Dia masuk kelas tapi tidur.
Lain kali abang call dia, abang beritahu jangan tidur Okay. So, ada soalan tak daripada you guys ni? Actually tadi Adrina Huda ada, dia yang tanya sikit pasal lesson, dia lari orang pertama keluar. But so I change. So I ask you any questions yang kamu tak faham. Actually paper 2 ni actually effort dia daripada kamu, bukan daripada cikgu. Effort dia daripada kamu. Kamu yang kena tulis, kamu yang akan dapat markah. Actually itu saja. Paper 1, sekarang paper 1 pun dah jadi macam paper 2. So everything effort come from you lah. Okay. Ada soalan?
Yeah. Sometimes for start of beginning write, I usually confused what to write. So can sir tell me what to do?
No, I can't understand your question.
For start
introduction,
like for start essay, right? I usually don't know what to write first.
That means the way that how's the way that you want to write your introductions.
Yeah, introduction.
Actually tu saya kata tadi tu, introduction ni kalau kamu nak tulis introduction ni, first thing first you should have your own talent. Semuanya idea daripada kamu. Sebab essay memang kamu punya idea sendiri. That's why saya kata kamu kena ada general knowledge yang tinggi. If you not, you cannot go for a good view, a good point for people. Introductions. Kan? Contoh e-book, alright, introduction. Kamu tak boleh terus e-book is the, tak boleh macam tu. So macam mana kamu nak start e-book ni, kamu kena start macam normally kamu tengok internet ke apa kan. So zaman sekarang ni budak-budak ni handphone ni darjah 3 dah ada dah. So macam mana you nak convert to word macam tu. So convert lah to word. Zaman sekarang ni budak-budak darjah 3 dah ada handphone dah. So semua orang dah tahu apa tu internet. So nowadays mereka tak nak bawa buku ke sekolah sebab orang kata berat. So because e-book dah kenalkan semenjak macam tu lah, ayat macam tu kamu start.
Dia tak payah ikut macam apa tu sekolah kita lah yang macam tak boleh bawa buku, tak boleh bawa tablet macam tu. Dia boleh lah.
Boleh juga. Boleh juga. Depend idea. Paragraph 1 ni introduction. Kita nak tengok introduction kamu saja. Apa-apa idea.
Dia macam buat dunia sendirilah macam tu.
You punya actually idea you sendiri. Okay, as summary yang kamu tak payah introduction. Yang kena introduction adalah 2 essay. Yang part 2 dengan part 3 ni mesti kena ada introduction. Part 2 punya introduction pendek tak apa. Part 3 buatlah 4 sentences, okay lah. Tapi part 2 kamu just kurangkan kepada 3 ataupun 2 is okay sebab dia ada word limit dia kan. Okay. So satu lagi cara saya beritahu kamu, cuba kamu baca partial punya essay ataupun contoh artikel daripada newspaper. Tengok macam mana introduction orang. Contohlah berita hangat kan, apa-apa berita lah kan. Apa artis ni dah macam ni kan. Tengok ayat dia yang pertama macam mana dia orang goreng kat sana. That's the way. Tapi kamu baca yang English paper punya kan. Itu yang cara orang buat ayat tu. Kalau orang kata kan, okay, benda ni dah jadi macam ni kan, gempa bumi kan di Amerika Syarikat, gempa bumi di Indonesia kan, orang akan start first kan, on June 20th kan, we find airwalk at the Washington district. Airwalk ni kecoh because they we can say that they can feel the presence of the earthquake in the city. So everyone become awake and stressful. Nampak? Kita just buat satu ayat je dah boleh dia berkembang kan. Okay, awake ni dia macam gelabah kan. So everyone becomes stressful and starting worried about their self and their parents. Okay. So that as we know that's the earthquake is from the movements of electroplate in the surface of the earth. So yang the movement of electroplate ni, the technoplate ni, actually itu science. Science tu kamu bawa ke English. That's why saya kata general knowledge tu kamu tak ada. Maksudnya the movement of technoplate tu kamu tak tahu. So kamu kena tahu kan, this is because of the gods ataupun kamu kata God grace ke. Tapi kalau God grace ni nasib, ataupun kamu kata because of the fate, that we should accept the fate itu. See, kamu kena start develop. Macam mana kamu tahu apa tu fate, kamu kena tahu. Apa tu accept the fate, kamu kena tahu. Apa tu tectoplate, kamu kena tahu. So banyak benda ni kamu kena tahu. The only way is to kamu tak perlu baca surat apa pun tak apa. Tengok Facebook yang berinformasi kan. You janganlah follow group yang bukan-bukan kan. Contoh yang lukis tu tak payah. Follow group yang actually diorang bagi tahu pasal sedikit knowledge pun tak apalah kan. This is the coffee shop which is separate Mexico and Netherlands. Itu ayat informatif juga kan. Although dia macam satu coffee shop yang separate Mexico dengan Netherlands. Kan? Tapi benda tu kamu beri ayat, so kamu tu, oh iyalah Netherlands dengan Mexico ni yang separatekan country diorang ni satu coffee shop je. Diorang ni memang untung lah. At least you dah tahu sesuatu. Macam tu. Faham?
Faham.
Okay. Banyak lagi tapi slow-slow lah. Awal lagi baru form 4. Okay. So I think that's all. Dah 9:49 dah actually. Actually thank you for Kalish. Actually good feedback. Bagus kamu bersuara. Saya yang ini yang saya suka. Saya tak suka diam. Diam ni saya macam boring lah buat kelas actually. But what to do, I have to follow my instructions. So that's why saya kena buat juga. Tapi kalau kamu bercakap, it's really an interesting class. Kalau kamu keep quiet, nothing much you can learn. Okay? So all the best and good night. See you on the next 2 weeks. I hope other than Kalish, develop yourself, start to become more introvert, don't extrovert. Start to become more extrovert lah, jangan introvert sangat. Okay? Diam je kan. So be yourself, okay? Step upon and try to voice out. Okay? So that's all. Thank you. Good night and see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Okay.